Ezra Levant here for Rebel News. I'm across the street from the latest synagogue vandalism attack in Toronto. It happens more than once a day now. It doesn't even make the news in most cases. Some cases it's just glossed over or minimized. Can you imagine an attack on a mosque every day or a gay bar every day? Those are still politically correct targets that would elicit some sympathy from the media and the political class. But alas, in Canada, anti-Semitism has become normalized. The building used to be a Shoppers Drug Mart, as you can see, but it has been reopened as a synagogue. Very low key. You can see the name of the synagogue there. And that there is where they just boarded up a smashed window from overnight. There were services, synagogue services are being Saturday morning is the time many Jewish families go to synagogue. So there were lots of people, including children, in there. Now, this synagogue, I understand, had a plastic film put outside the plate glass windows. So if just such a thing were to happen, the glass would break and star, but it wouldn't smash and fracture into a million pieces. I'm standing, by the way, on Bathurst Street, where in less than 24 hours, a little further north from here, 50,000 of Toronto's Jews and allies will march in support of Israel. It's a very conspicuous Jewish street, especially on Saturdays. A lot of Jews are dressed in their Sabbath best, walking to synagogue. This corner here, which is the intersection of Bathurst and Glencairn, there's another synagogue just around the corner, actually where I parked, that was attacked with gunfire the other day, not 50 yards from here. So they're just really going after the synagogues one at a time. I noticed something on the wall of that synagogue that looked like a target. Now, I don't want to assume that that was put there by agents or by people who were marking it in some sort of perverse way, but I do not know what a target would be doing on the side of a synagogue. Canada has an anti-Semitism problem, and it comes in the main from foreign migrants who we accept into Canada without any vetting or screening whatsoever. Did you know that in our mass immigration system, the vast majority of people come to Canada without ever being interviewed or meeting a human person? They just fill out the form online. And we've had millions of people come here from countries that are endemically anti-Semitic. Just because you hop on a plane for 12 hours doesn't mean when you land, you're no longer a Jew-hating third world bigot. And of course, some people come to Canada and assimilate and become Canadians, but many others, especially given the massive migration from these countries, they go into their ethnic enclaves where Jew-hating, Christian-hating, women-hating, liberalism-hating is the norm. Just before I go back to my car, I want to show you the proximity of that anti-Semitic rock through the window. You can see, let me just point here, that blue sign is the credit union right next to the undercover synagogue. And not even a block away is this large synagogue called Shari Shemaim that was attacked by gunfire. That's where all the Liberals had a very somber and very sober press conference. Gary Anandasangri, the public safety minister, was there saying he wouldn't let this happen anymore. Well, he didn't quite say that, did he? Because, of course, it happens every day. You can see that the police have deployed here, and then there's some more police way back there in the parking lot. I came here first, and I assumed that these cops meant this was the synagogue that was vandalized. No, they're just on anti-terrorism detail. The synagogue that was vandalized today was half a block over there. It just shows you that in the heart of a very Jewish neighborhood, the anti-Semitic vandalism, gunfire, thank God no one has been killed, although I should say a Jewish jogger was killed on Wenderley Street about a month ago in a bizarre case, execution style, in the middle of the day. My point is that even though there's police on the streets, even though it's a very Jewish neighborhood, anti-Semitic crimes, violence against property, and occasionally violence against people happens. Rebel News will be there to cover it. And it'll be very interesting to see how the police handle the March for Israel tomorrow. Last time they allowed pro-Hamas protesters to get right along the route and hurl racial invective against mums and grandmas and kids walking by. It was actually disgusting and dangerous policing. They made sort of a gauntlet, a narrow passageway where the Jews had to walk through with anti-Semites screaming at them on both sides. Absolutely shocking policing by Myron Demke, the corrupt cop of a corrupt force, I hate to say it. We'll see what's different tomorrow. For Rebel News, I'm Ezra Levant.